Hi and welcome back to my channel for another art journaling video. I'm working in the watercolor journal from Kunst und Papier and it's almost square, not 100%. And it has a watercolor paper with, I believe, 200 GSM in it. And I really like to use this journal for mixed media. I'm keeping this video in real time, so you have the chance to play along with me. And here you see me cutting and tearing papers for my collage. This paper here is a jelly print which I made with some handmade stamps that I've carved into styrofoam. It's kind of a plastic material that you can carve into and then it will hold its shape so you can make nice negative images. This material is also often used to package vegetables or fruits in the supermarket, so maybe you can find it there. I will write the name of it in the video description. I'm using matte medium to adhere the papers. I'm not sure why I'm using a brush this time. Usually I use a scraper, this one, to apply the gel or the medium. I think I forgot. Maybe I will change. This catalyst tool is great to remove excess gel and to press the paper firmly onto your page. I prefer the scraper compared to a brush because it's way much easier to clean, and it also doesn't give me those brush marks, which I don't like when I'm creating a background. My next paper is an old book paper. It is stamped with acrylic paint, and for stamping I used an empty roll of my thermal printer. It looks as if I have a little bit too much matte medium on my page at the moment. I'm playing intuitively here. I don't have a plan. I just stuck down the papers and see if I like it and if I want to add more. This paper piece is just a leftover paint paper where I have added the paints or I have cleaned my brushes, and I love to use those for collaging. I'm adding gesso now to paint over the leftover paper I have here, and I will blend it in a little bit with the collage papers. I will let this dry before I come back and add more layers with acrylic paint. I decided to go with the neon color, and I only have a pink ink, and I want to recreate that neon orange a little bit, but I want to have it fluid, so I believe I will add some orange to this pink to just make it look more like a reddish color. I love to use inks over these collages to create a transparent layer. I feel that makes it look pretty interesting, and it's almost impossible to work with watercolors over the gesso and the gel, as watercolor and these non-porous mediums don't work together very good. And I'm also making some marks with the ink and a smaller brush. I'm holding the brush at the very end to get some really loose marks. This dry completely, and now I'm coming in with some black ink to make even more marks. To draw those, I'm using a twig that I picked up in our garden, and I just used a knife to make it more sharp for painting. Such a handmade tool makes very unique marks, and I think it also takes the pressure away. I love to hold this also at the very end to get some unexpected lines. Here I'm scribbling that pipette onto my leftover paper, so I have some interesting marks for later collages on it. I decided to add some black splatters, as I feel there is something missing and not much movement going on, so splatters are always great to add some movement to your piece. I also let this dry. I usually work on more paintings or journal pages at the same time, so I can lay one aside and work on the other. Here I decided to prepare a main image, and I want to use a stamp from one of the pencil marks stamp sets. And I don't know what I'm searching for, maybe for a piece of paper where I can stamp it on. For stamping over acrylic paint like jelly prints, I prefer to use StazOn ink as it dries a little bit quicker than archival does. I will cut this leaf out and then use it as a main image on my page. Finally, I will add a title, and I'm using words that I've created with the Mixer Sentiment stamps, and I often emboss them in white to black cardstock because I like the black and white look. And that's my page for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you are a little bit inspired to create something on your own, and I wish you a wonderful and happy creative weekend. Bye!